So I'm going to go way back. I grew up in North Massapequa. I went to the Farmingdale school system. And from there, I went to Adelphi, went on to Columbia University Teachers College, and I was a teacher in Bushwick, Brooklyn. I taught English, lots of different grades, 6, 9, 11, 12, and in between. And then I became an assistant principal there. So I was there for a couple years as an assistant principal, and then it was time to come home where my family is, and the school was a perfect fit for me, and I'm really happy to be here. Being with students all the time. I really enjoyed being with them, and I enjoyed watching them grow and how excited they got when they made progress. And it made me happy to help support them in that progress. Yeah, yes. And I love the success stories when they come back and tell me what they're doing now. Honestly, everything. I came from a school where we had some clubs and some events. We only had one sports team, and it was track. We didn't have a gym. So yeah, we didn't have a gym. So track was one of the few. We started a softball team there, but it was hard to get practice space because we didn't have a field either. So being here has given me the opportunity to see a lot of different things in action. So far, watching all the induction ceremonies has been really exciting. Watching students be super proud of themselves and those accomplishments. Yeah. Yes. Growing up when I was younger, I thought I was going to be a dentist for some time period of my life. I'm not really sure why that was spurred. And then I actually did an internship at News 12 for a while, and I thought I would be a journalist for a little bit. But I realized that what I really wanted to do was like teach others about all of these different things. And so that's I ended up teaching. But I did always in the back of my mind know that teaching was likely going to be my future. Yeah, teaching was always the first choice. And then like dentistry and news were like maybes. But my family has a history of having lots of teachers. My mother's a teacher, aunts, cousins. And so I'd often have play school when I was younger with the neighborhood kids. And they always complained because they didn't get recess. We worked through recess. Yeah. So I caved and gave them some recess time. I was a very avid sports player growing up. I played soccer, basketball, volleyball, but my number one sport was lacrosse. I was the goalie for Farmingdale High School for many, many, many years. I started on varsity rather, I think when I was in 8th grade. Every decision I make, affects my life in some capacity. I think making the decision to come back home to Long Island was a really big decision, having been gone for 10 years. So I would say that that's one of the decisions that I think changed my life. I think going back to school to be an administrator changed my life. That was a big jump too. Watch YouTube videos of cute kittens, honestly. That's one of my favorite things to do. And the try not to laugh challenges on YouTube. I totally give in and laugh the entire time. But I do think that those two things, and I also really like just going to the beach, not necessarily when it's hot, although I do love that too, but just like kind of going to the beach, going to the boardwalk, walking around a little bit and clearing my mind.